One of my favorite morning rituals is watching nature come alive as the sun rises. Observing nature is like looking at sex. You see the leaves unfurl, the flowers opening, and I've always thought of flowers as the orgasm of plants. Fruiting trees put out blossoms, pollinate, and then bear fruits. There's just this constant sexual creative energy in nature. It never stops producing and bringing forth life, even with the most unsuitable conditions. I recently read the same thing in the Master Key about how abundant nature is and how you can learn to cultivate a mindset of abundance by observing nature. DeLawrence describes nature as extravagant. A fruit like watermelon will produce hundreds of seeds. Look at the amount of spawns from a fish. And this is not knowing if these seeds will reproduce or that these eggs will survive. But seeds and eggs continue coming because the order is to try to reproduce. So if we take our cues from nature, we realize that reproduction is the goal. My partner is of the same view. I remember when we just started talking, he told me that the ultimate goal is to have children. But me, in my modern mindset, thought that everything needed to be perfect. I have to have this in place and that in place first. And this is the same mindset that kept me protecting myself from pregnancy in my most fertile years. But he simplified it for me by asking, what does a child need? At least for the first couple of years of their life, you alone can provide him with food. All you need to do is keep him alive until you can teach him how to stay alive himself, so he can continue this life cycle. So many women, including myself, have harmed themselves trying to stop or delay the natural process of life. It is not natural to stop or delay reproduction, and embracing feminine energy as a woman means full acceptance of this truth. I'm just waiting for the sun to come up a little bit more because the mosquitoes are out and can't manage them. I went for a little walk. Something I need to do more often. I did say some time ago that I wasn't gonna do any gymming or weights anymore. But I definitely haven't been as active as I want to be, as I should be. So I'm making an effort to be more active. And I started with some walking this morning. Yoga is more of, something I do more often. But walking and running, that's kind of a goal for me for the next year. I also think as women it's important for us to be active. It's important for us to activate our rooms, with certain types of yoga. So I'm going to be doing some Hatha Yoga this morning, which I heard from Sadhguru that it is very good for women to be active and keep themselves active, especially if you are trying to get pregnant. You really need to activate your womb area, and you can't do that if you're not exercising. It's interesting, this fertility thing, because some women are so inactive, eat unhealthily, and are able to breathe like crazy. But then they have youth on their side. That makes a really big difference in your fertility, youth. So women who are younger, even though they're unhealthy or not active or not really doing much to boost fertility, they just have youth on their side. So and that tells you that that's really when you should have children, when you're young, in your 20s. Hatha Yoga can be really energizing. We use a lot of energy for Hatha Yoga. But I really needed that also because that one involved a lot of spinal twists, and I really was feeling kind of stiff in my spine this morning. So when I get up to walk again, I'll feel the difference. There are lots of Hatha practices on YouTube. It's nice to be in a class with others who have the same interest, you know, but you can do it on your own as well. You don't have to go to a yoga class. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'm gonna go in now and make some tea, and I don't know, maybe make something to eat or something, or I don't know, but tea first for sure. I'd love to have some fruits too. We'll see.